Whoops, went a little long there. I was typing something. I'm like, oh my God, we're like 3 minutes into the song. Hey,
that's the longest I've ever heard that.
It's Thursday night. Time for another episode of A Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Vegas J. Hello, everybody. What's happening?
And I'm your one co-host, Debbie from California.
Hey, Debbie, what's going on?
Hi, not much.
All right, before we introduce our guest, let's do our first segment as we always do. Time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week, I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug, and I try and match up to our guest. Tonight, our guest is the one, the only, Tony Boss. What's happening, Tony? How the heck are you?
What's up, Jason T. Smith? I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, Tony.
So, Tony lives in Florida and lives near Disney World, so that's why he's drinking from the Hitchhiking Ghost Tiki mug. I, too, grabbed a tiki mug from Trader Sam's at Disney World. And if you're finding these flip, here's your little tip. Grog Grotto is the Trader Sam's in Disney World, and Enchanted Tiki Bar is the Trader Sam's in Disneyland. So, and because Tony lives in Florida, it gives me an excuse to drink Key West rum that's with natural green coconut flavoring.
Whoa, you have all the good stuff.
All right, Deb, what do you got? What are you drinking? Okay. What do you got drinking out of?
Well, this one wanted to be on the show, the Latitude 29. But when you guys started talking, I had to show off my Trader Sam's bowl.
You're going to drink from the bowl like a trough?
No, but you'd be so proud of me. I have Plantation Barbados on ice with some pineapple juice.
Nice. So, Tony, what's in your mug?
I'm lame. It's just water.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
I'm on a diet trying to lose the barrel.
Hey, I totally understand that. All right. So, Tony, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. When he gets back on, we're going to talk about cassettes, music, running a Facebook group. It's not all fun and glamorous and all kinds of good stuff. So, enjoy.
See ya.
Maybe. There we go. All right. Let's get right to it, shall we, Debs?
Yes, we shall. I'm ready.
All right. It's time for our scores of the week. These are BOLOs, things you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting.
Oh, cash flow games. I love these. This one was actually sealed with the book and the CD. Sold for $61.59. I ran a special. And we got this when we were in Reno at a thrift store. I think I paid $4.50 for it, but I actually found 2 of them that time. My whole life, I've only found, I think, 2 cash flows, and then I found 2 more at the same place. So keep an eye on those. People love that game. And there's an adult version, too.
Ooh, adult version?
Yes. Uncle Arthur Bible story books. I always collect these. So I think I paid about $5 for the set because I find them. When I find a few here and there, I put them all together. They always sell. They're more of a slow seller, but they're a classic from the 50s. Great books. Oh, we sold a Tiki shirt.
Yay!
Sold for $49.99, really fast. I think we paid $6.99 for that. I love that one.
What's the? I want to see what the label is. All right. Well, Disney World and Disneyland Resort always better when it's from the Disney parks.
Yes. Yes. My husband should have kept that one, but we sold it. And this old Red Hat Linux, it was from our profit piles. I think I paid $6 at Savers a couple years ago, and we sold it for, I think that went for the full price. 40. Oh, it went for $40. So we accepted a $40 offer.
Where'd you find that, Deb?
At Savers. Nice. Savers thrift store. Yeah.
All right, so this sold right before we went live last week. I'm like, I'll save it for next week because I'm not just about music and tikis. I also sell dresses, and this is not even a tiki dress. So,
oh my gosh.
The brand is Nelly Don. I don't know if the brand's any good, but it was definitely a cute address, and I got $70 for it. I paid $6.99.
Oh my gosh! I mean, that takes me back to when I was a little girl wearing the gingham.
And then speaking of Hawaiian shirts, this one sold in less than like 6 hours. And what the bonus was, let's see if I can find it real quick. The name of the artist is kind of quietly, I don't know where it is off the top of my head, quietly in this picture. And so my assistant looked it up, and the name, it said E. Francis. No, it said E. F. Savage. So she said, all right, who the heck's E. F. Savage? So Eugene Francis Savage, and it's a mural that he painted called Island Feast. So yes, it's a Tory Richards shirt, but because it was from a famous piece of art, put it up and sold it right away, and it went to England.
Nice. Yes, very nice.
And speaking of Tiki mugs, got this from a friend who had owed me money for a long time. So as a little thank you for finally paying back the money he owed, gave me some Tiki mugs as a sorry it took so long to pay you back. And
that's called interest.
Yes, it's called the VIG. And so I some of them were duplicates. Some he gave me a couple of. So I've been popping them off here and there, and I sold this no money invested for $65.
That one's really cute. I love his little bald head.
And coming up soon is going to be my new webinar, all about cassettes. I sold this Grease soundtrack cassette today for $28. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. And when Tony gets back on, we're going to talk a lot more about cassettes he sold. The prices will blow your mind. And so I'm getting ready to teach all that, because you're all doing kick-ass on the CDs. Now it's time to do kick-ass on the cassettes, because they're right next to the CDs. So speaking of CDs, time for Jason's CD scores of the week. All right, first one is Grateful Dead, called Dick's Picks. Dick was a guy who recorded all their concerts, and over the years they released like millions of these, but they don't sell hugely, because also the Grateful Dead is a band that is known for, we'll just share. You made some illegal copies, just share with your friends. It's no big deal.
Oh, the hippie days.
Yeah, so when you find something that's pretty good. So I sold this Dick's Picks for $39. And Peggy Lee. So all over the map today. Grease, Peggy Lee, and Grateful Dead. Peggy Lee is actually a Peggy Lee and Benny Goodman together CD, sold for $29.
Wow, I love her pinup hairstyle.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yep.
So if you are not already flipping CDs and you have not taken my webinar, you definitely should. It'll teach you all about how to flip CDs. Webinar is 2.5 hours of intensive learning all about CDs. And CDs are everywhere. Yep. Every single thrift store. There are record stores still. If you've not been in a record store in a long time, there are tons of record stores. And I am flipping CDs and everything else I find at record stores all the time. But each week I do give one away. So if you have not seen the webinar and you're not in the Secret Beach, because Secret Beachcombers can watch it anytime they want, please answer. If you've seen it and you're in the Secret Beach, please don't answer. Let someone win who hasn't seen it yet. Are you ready, Deb? And usually Debbie and I go over the question ahead of time. I know I forgot, but I don't think she'll know this answer. So let's see. Well, I had my graphics in the wrong order. I
was going to say, what?
All right, so I'll change the question this way. Whose album is this?
No clue. Is that a paperweight?
Whose album is this?
I have a thought, but
Stacy's called me a dork because I forgot the graphic of the question. This was actually the answer.
Hey,
right.
way to flip it around.
Diana wins. It is Prince. Okay, so here
I was right. I thought Prince.
Debbie, I want you to call me a goober. I'll put you on the screen.
Goober.
Okay. So the question was going to be, Prince has had many 2- and 3-disc releases. He only has one 4-disc release that also came as a 5-disc. What is it? So the answer was Crystal Ball. But the reason I did it as a question too is because this is Prince's rarest CD. So if you find it, this is the one that's worth the most money. There's also a ton of bootleg versions out there for it too. So although I did it, I screwed it all up. Diana got. So Diana, if you wouldn't mind, just send me a message on Facebook, and I will send you over the free webinar. For the rest of you, head on over to flippingcds.com. I will teach you how to conquer the record stores. You would think, geez, Jay, don't the record stores know what they're doing? They do to a point, but I know way better. I've been selling CDs online for 19 straight years last month.
And I picked up a children's Christmas. It was a special edition CD for 50 cents at a record store and sold it for $125. So
nice.
They don't know what they're doing. Yes. We leave no stones unturned.
All right. Now, they all cannot be winners.
No.
Sometimes we got duds. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
This kind of is sort of a dud, but it took about 2 years to sell 54 ties in a big box for $33. Am I echoing?
Nope.
Oh, I'm hearing it. Okay, so anyway, it finally sold, and I was happy to get rid of it. This was a lot. I bought everything in an estate sale, all the ties for $25, and I had already gotten way more than that back in the ones I did sell. And I didn't want to deal with all these because they didn't look like they were going to sell for much. And 2 years later, someone finally bought them.
Well, it's funny because both your duds, I'm like, hasn't she shared these as duds before? But I realized you sold both of them.
Yep,
so
they're
these were
gone.
duds because they wouldn't sell, and now they're duds, but they did sell. So
they did sell. They took, and Marcus the Carcass found a forever home. He finally sold for $20. I had him listed. He went through 2 or 3 Halloweens. I started him at $49.99. So to me, it was kind of a dud. It's a dud because it sat around the house for so long. But he's happy now.
All right,
He's
so
fine.
Angela says she hears your echo. I don't. Do other people hear Debbie echo? Let me know, and I'll throw in my headphones while I untangle them. But while I'm waiting to hear what the response is, so I bought 8 of these Bugs Bunny clocks, and they're small. They're magnetic. They can hang on your fridge. I thought they'd be winners. I was happy to sell one for $12.99 free shipping the other day.
Yeah. And it's small, probably.
Yeah, but you're going to see this again in another segment shortly. And then my other dud was, I've always told you to look for Jenko jeans, but apparently the Jenko sweatshirts no one gives a crud about. So I've had this listed so long, it was at a shipping rate from like 2 shipping times ago. So it finally went. I mean, I didn't pay $20 for it. I probably paid like 5 or 6. But the fact that it's at my store for probably 2 years.
And at least you didn't have free shipping on it. So
yeah, that's true. $6.99, not bad. All right, now it's time for where in the world did our stuff go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers. And yay, Debbie has one this week.
Woo! Finally, this is I think it's a golden book, Christmas book. I paid $1 for it, and it's not Christmas, and it's sold, and it went to Calgary, and they paid $29 priority shipping to get that book. I could have mailed it first class, so for some reason they must have wanted it right now.
They needed a Christmas book in April immediately.
Well, like someone posted in the thrifting board, they start doing movies and things now this time of year.
Great. We do these things called lifeguardisms in the thrifting board. If you're not in the thrifting board, it's my free Facebook group that helps thrifters and eBay sellers of all sizes. She was saying that they film and take pictures for catalogs and stuff of Christmas things now. And so people need Christmas stuff all year for other reasons. But one of the reasons now is this is when people shoot TV shows, shoot videos. They don't shoot Christmas movies in the winter. They shoot them in July.
No. And I was just thinking, my favorite TV channel, Hallmark, films in Canada. So maybe I'm going to see it in a Hallmark Christmas movie.
That would be cool.
Yes.
All right. So I had a bunch of international sales this week. But since I've never sold to Phnom Penh, Cambodia, I had to share this one. So this is vintage Levi's, and the little tab, Deb, that's usually red or black or white. Uh-huh. This one is actually leather. The tab's usually cloth. This was a leather tab, and it went to Cambodia, and I already got good feedback.
Now, was that a really small size? Because a lot of times.
Oh, you know what? I don't
it's a small
remember
size
because
too.
also I wasn't here when I shipped it. My assistant shipped it. So,
Okay.
and she listed it. So I really, other than the day I thrifted it, I haven't paid much attention to it. But she goes, "Oh, we're shipping to Cambodia today." I'm like, "Oh,
nice." Because when we buy clothes, we're always looking for the big sizes, but the small sizes, the Asian countries need the smaller sizes.
Oh, absolutely. All right, now it's time for our thrifty tip of the week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're out and about thrifting and sourcing.
Did you notice I finally got the graphic right? A thrifty tip instead of sourcing tip.
Very good.
Okay, Book Sale Finder is a website. It's all free, and you can go on and click like California. So I clicked Southern California, and then it brings up all the sales that are going on in library, Friends of the Library sales. And there might be a few other type of bookstores in there, but this is good to plan out if you want to go to one. These two pictures of the books here are actually from our local Friends of the Library that I help with. And so I took some pictures with all, you're going to go into these books, these Friends of the Library sales, and you're going to see a ton of books. It's crazy. It's wild. You have to get in line early. Sometimes they charge you to get in. Well, we do on Members Day. And the first day is usually Members Day. You pay to get in. And it's pretty crazy, but it's amazing what you can find. And I've been in these book sales hours later, and I'll pick up a book that's worth $200. So you don't want to give up. And then, so wherever you're at in the US, you can find, so the next screen here, when you click on, it will actually tell you the details, the dates, if they're ongoing. And a lot of them now are saying scanners are not available. So you want to read through all of that. Like ours doesn't allow strollers because we're just too small. The area is too small. And then you can also see future sales. So this is really awesome. Say you're planning a trip to Southern California in 6 months. You can look in and see, is there going to be a book sale on my way or when I get there? So booksalefinder.com is a fun place to go and be prepared. And some of these, like you can see this one, Concord or something, Ohio, says big sale. That means there could be 10 or 20 or 30,000 books there.
All right, Mom, you got to go hit the big sale.
Yep.
All right, so you would think, how is this a sourcing tip? This was my breakfast the other day.
Oh.
And it is yummy. I gotta tell you, it is so yummy. But here's why it's in my thrifting tip, which is more of a sourcing tip today, not so much thrifting. Because let's hope not. Let's hope what?
Just did it come with a toy in it? And that's
no, it didn't. No, it didn't. So you don't really thrift food, but this is at Target for $3.50 a box. And here's what it's selling for on eBay, about $15. Profit's not bad, but let me tell you, Easter's over. I'm sure they're going to stop selling this. So I'm sitting on a few right now, waiting for a month or so down the road when now it's not $15. People who fell in love with it like I did, now it's $20, $25. So you can always source limited edition things, and it tells you right in the corner, it's limited edition. Now, usually limited edition doesn't ever mean limited edition. But when they have a specific Easter cereal, yeah, you're not going to see that 4th of July weekend in the store. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
And that's a good, you don't have to have milk on it, which is so funny. Peeps, years ago, I bought Peeps at Halloween time and we're selling them in box lots. And I had one hang out till like the following September almost. And it went to a soldier. They had a little gift card in it, and it went to somebody that was out on tour somewhere. And it just was so awesome to see a food item that I have going to somebody and off season. So people like to buy stuff year round. I want to try this.
Now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. Little tips and tricks on what to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping.
Okay, if you haven't tried Pirate Ship yet, I have one little tip for you, even if you are using it. When you go to print your label, there's a little, where the pink arrow is, it says, I think it says extra services. Click on that, and then the insurance opens up. Because if you print your label before you buy insurance, you can't go back. And I sent my good friend Ann Crickman a package in Chicago, and I didn't know that. So I had to go to the counter at the post office to buy insurance for it because I didn't ship it priority. So make sure you click that open before you before you print your shipping label out, and then buy the insurance there, unless it's priority. Obviously, you're going to get free, with that. But so that's, and then with Pirate Ship, it's really cool. It's USPS mail. And then when you open up, when you sign into your account, you can bring your eBay sales over there. They'll pull it over for you, and all the address and everything's right there. So it's a great alternative. We don't use it a whole lot, but we always check it. And especially with international, it can save you a lot of money.
All right, Deb. So what's the one thing I always say what people should do? How should they ship international through eBay?
I don't know.
You got two choices. What choice do I tell people always to go with?
First class?
No. You either do it yourself or what do you do?
I don't know. I'm stumped.
Global shipping.
Oh, we don't like global shipping. Remember?
Okay. Now, I always catch a little bit of heat from those of you that use global shipping, but let me show you. This should be the definitive. Listen to this. This was just offered up to me. And it was offered up to me from a customer. So they don't know I'm Jason Smith from Thrifty Business or Jason Smith from Thrift Hunters. They don't know me other than the fact that they wanted to buy something from me. All right. And so here is what it was: a customer in Australia. And funny enough, Australian customer's name Mick. I'm like, please let his last name be Dundee. Please. But it wasn't. So he said, "Good day. I'm sorry about the offer, but the exchange rate rip-off triple handling eBay international program, postage and 10% tax so that I don't purchase in the US is murder. So currently I'm looking over $100 Australian." And so I wrote him back and I countered, and I brought it even down more than I was initially asking. And I said, well, good news for you is I don't ship global shipping. So what you see is what you're going to pay.
Okay.
And so he wrote back and said, "Good day. I made just those points to several U.S. sellers who are absolutely shocked about the triple handling Pitney Bowes scam, and some have generously reduced their prices or relisted out of the eBay program just to help me." All right. So educated buyers, here's the whole point of this. Educated buyers will not buy from you if you're using global shipping, because the record when he bought directly from me was 85 Australian dollars, shipping included. If he would have bought it through me and I was using global shipping, it would have been $120 Australian dollars. So the same product would have cost that customer 45 more Australian dollars.
Wow.
So
now, don't they still pay their import tax or duty fees or whatever, even if you don't use global shipping?
Well, that's the thing. It's up to the government to assess them a duty. So sometimes they don't. So I ship the package and they might not assess the duty and it gets right to the customer. But if you use global shipping, they pre-charge them the duty.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And guess what, Deb? Now he wants me to buy stuff from him and ship it to him through eBay sellers who won't. And then he'll pay me a finder's fee.
Oh my, you have a little side hustle going on there.
And I have a French customer that does that. And I have a buddy in England that does that too. So.
Yeah, and I do tell people, if you're not going to ship international, you're probably better off to do the GSP and try.
Get your feet wet.
Yeah, and so yeah, I only use it for expensive items, but I don't use it too often either, because it's pretty. And then one time I actually goofed. I wanted it to be GSP, but I also checked the box that said choose another option. Of course, the guy in Sweden chose the other option, and I still had to ship it myself, and it all turned out okay.
All right, now it's time for our eBay tips of the week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're selling on eBay.
Okay, eBay Giving Works. You may or may not know about it. I've been using it for several years. You can pick the charity that you want, and I have mine set to 10%. Right now I'm giving to Fisher House Foundation. And then it will tell you somewhere, oh, there's the little banner. You can see the little banner. That's off my account. So they put the little banner on your listing so people can read why you chose that, what the money's for. I do that. It's like the Ronald McDonald House, but it's for military, wounded military. And we're, my stepdad's retired Air Force, so we're a military family. And so this is something to consider. It's very easy. Before I was giving, my daughter-in-law has sisters with Batten disease, which is very rare. I was donated to that. And then it's real easy. At the end of the year, you can see, wow, I gave like $600 or $400 or whatever, and you don't even really miss it. I'll see alerts from PayPal saying you just donated $254. They do it. It's all automatic. So it's a good way to help out a charity that you like. And you can go to charity.ebay.com and see the list of all the ones that are available. And if there's a charity that's not on there, you can tell them to apply. apply to eBay, get it all set up. And something else is that you cannot say in your listing, oh, the sale of this item is supporting something, my favorite dog shelter or whatever, if it's not officially through GivingWorks, because that's against eBay policy.
Yep. We should do a week in the thrifting board where we have everyone, go grab a thing to donate to and do the charity works and see how much we can raise in a week.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah,
yes.
That would be. All right. So my eBay tip this week, we talked about, I don't know if we talked about on this or on selling past their expiration date with my mom's show, but there's this new thing called offers to buyers. So when you're in your active listings in Seller Hub, you click on offers to buyers, and then there is some mystical formula that eBay has that we don't know what it is, but some items will have you click send offers to buyers. And so every couple of weeks now, I've been going through and just clicking those. And, say you're selling this t-shirt for $20 and it's been sitting around for too long, offers to buyers. I'm like, oh, people are watching this. $10, And so you saw this. Oh, and this is what the screen looks like. So you pop in your offer price. You can send a message to the buyer. I usually don't. And then click send offers. And it's really quick. So the reason I share that, because when I sent this offer out on this item that A, I bought 8 of, and I think I still have 6. B, I've had it for far too long. I sent an offer of $12.99. The person who it got sent to bought it in 32 seconds.
Whoa, it works. It works.
So I got rid of a product that's a dud, and I put some cash back in the coffers, but within 32 seconds of sending that offer. So it does work. So if you've not tried that feature yet, get in there and do it.
We did some the other day. I don't know if we've had any.
The Janko sweatshirt was another one of the ones I sent out, and they picked it. Linda's got a great question in the chat. Can you do both international shipping on your own as well as a GSP through eBay? Yeah, you can pick and choose if you want.
Yeah, it's a great program, but it's easy to ship on your own. It's not hard at all to ship on your own. Like you say, it's just like shipping in the US. And now, what I've noticed is different now? What? The international used to be 4 pages. When I did priority, I'd get 4 pieces of paper, and I had to put them in that special little envelope. And now it came out just on a regular 1-piece sticky label.
Either you did first class or flat rate.
No, I did priority.
Right.
International.
Priority flat rate?
I hope not. I don't think so.
Because if you didn't, then you did screw up, because it still does spit out 4 pieces when it's regular priority.
Oh crap! Well, I gave it to the lady at the post office.
Yes, first class, and the priority flat rate envelopes you'll be able to spit out on a label. If it's just priority in a box, it still comes out with 4 sheets. You cut them in half. You put 3 in the plastic window, and you keep the one that says sender.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I did priority because that's what the buyer paid. And I'll have to go in and check. I hope I don't get that back.
Speaking of, and this will definitely probably come up next week's episode today, and I haven't had a chance to read it. I got a package back with you broke the rule shipping internationally, and they put on a window and stuck in a whole sheet or 2 about what I did wrong. And I ship the same way every time for the last 19 years. So I'm not exactly sure what I did wrong. And so once I figure it out, I will share that with you next week.
I was going to say, you know what else I got for the first time? The other day, I got an email saying that the dispute that I opened with shipping, I got back $1.20. And I'm like, what? This must be a scam, a phishing. I'm not clicking on any links. So I went into my PayPal account. And so I think that's one of those things where we must have overpaid when we do our shipping. So we got $1.20 back. I didn't open a case. I didn't open a dispute, but I got the $1.20 back. So if you get any weird kind of emails saying, oh, the dispute, here's your $1.20 shipping back, then you kind of know what it's about. Because I was really puzzled for a couple hours till it finally dawned on me what's going on.
Puzzled for a couple hours. All right. Last but not least, we have our Thrifting Board member buyer's email. We got to come up with a better name for this segment. I think a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So this is from one of our members in the Thrifting Board. My grandpa got this same bear for me when I was a year old. And one day when I was pregnant, my ex threw it out. Yuck. My grandpa got my daughter the smaller one for her first bear. And then he passed away a year ago. And it's been weighing on my heart that I didn't have my own precious bear. So thank you so much for the closure and comfort this bear has given me. It's beyond words. And that's just another example of one reason why we do what we do. You know, it's a used plush, but people are looking for things on eBay, and especially with all the fires that California's had in the past, last 2 years. People are looking for things from their childhood, and that's what we can provide on eBay. There's some venues that won't let us sell used items like this. So it's just nice to see that people really appreciate it.
All right, quick housekeeping before we get Tony back in here. For those of you who have savers near you this Saturday, so 2 days from now, all jeans are 50% off. So if you have a savers near you and you need to do some sourcing, I'd recommend being there right at opening. I think it's 9 a.m. everywhere. It's definitely 9 a.m. here. And hit the jeans section right away and pick up some good new denim. And if you do that, you'll make Joy very happy.
Yes.
For those of you coming to eBay Open, here's a list of the events happening around eBay Open. Sunday, we start with the Ass Juice party at the Double Down. Ass Juice is way yummier than you would expect.
It is.
Monday, for those of you in the Secret Beach, we have the Secret Beach Bash number 3. We take over an entire bar. We have a local band play. We do a whole pig luau. We do have vegetarian options also. So that's Monday for the Secret Beach members only. Tuesday is the Tiki party at Frankie's Tiki Room. That's for anybody and everybody. Bring your best Hawaiian shirt, your best muumuu. And fellas, you can wear a muumuu too. Me and 2 of my buddies wore muumuus last year. And then the one that everyone's really excited about is the thrift class on steroids on Friday. I will get the sign up for that up soon because people keep asking when they can sign up. That is where we take over a thrift store. And I have myself and like 8 or 9 other instructors. Debbie is one of them. And first, we start off with a couple hours of classroom time doing some seminars about, thrifting and stuff like that. And then we are off to the thrift store to source. And that way, then you have like 10 instructors all over the thrift store that can help you in their specialties. Debbie will be in the book section. Joy will be in the jeans section. I'll be in the CD section. My mom will be there. Have a bunch of other instructors. We also will be able to do some bin time by the pound. So great class. It's a big one, and we have a lot of fun doing it. If you subscribe to my channel, and if not, head on down right down here and click on the subscribe button. Click the little bell. It lets you know when I'm going live. Besides doing the thrifting shows, I've been doing some Tiki mug unboxings, and I thought it was going to be just kind of aimed towards the Tiki world, but I realized I get a lot of breakables in the mail every day. Some of them are packed well, and some not so well. So the Tiki mug unboxing becomes twofold. A, it teaches you about Tiki mugs and what to look for when you're out thrifting, but B, it shows you the good and the bad of shipping. And I buy things on eBay, on Facebook, right from the manufacturer, right from stores. So even some of the stores could do it a little bit better. So I offer tips and tricks on, again, what to do and what not to do. So check those out. They're usually short, 3 to 4 minutes long. And those in the Secret Beach, our next webinar is this Saturday. It is all about rockabilly and psychobilly. So if you're around on Saturday, make sure to tune in live. And in this sense, most of you have seasons of garage sale seasons. And some of us, Debbie and myself included, we can garage sale all year round. It's back to full garage sale season. Wait till you see the picture of my mom and dad's car today. So we're going to talk about, we haven't talked about it in a long time, tips and tricks on how to maximize and get the most out of going to garage sales.
Ooh, that's good.
Then Craig Dawson was on the show the other week, and we talked about Max Sold. Max Sold is a new way to do online auctions, kind of an alternative to eBay. It's not everywhere, but it is in a lot of locations in the United States. And there were quite a few questions that we had after the fact. So Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do Ask Me Anything, meaning Ask Craig Anything. And Craig's going to answer all your questions about Max Sold.
Good.
And matter of fact, right after this show's over, we're going to go all together and watch Craig's live YouTube show where this week's auction is ending on Max Sold, so we can see how it ends.
Nice.
But our guest next week is who, Debbie?
Laura, I probably won't be able to pronounce this right. Laura Kavistad?
I think so, yeah. That's why I sent it to you, because I was like, I think so.
And you know what? We must have met her when we were in Minneapolis doing the thrifting class. Laura posted a really awesome, just kind of an organization tip on how she's redoing her listings and things. And I said, oh, please come on the show and talk about that. So that's going to be fun. And also you have to tune in so you can see what she sold and for how much. I was shocked.
Right. I love that little tease there. What she sold and for how much.
Yes.
All right, speaking of guests, so let's get this week's guest in, shall we?
Hey.
Hey, everybody, it is Tony Boss. Tony, what's happening, brother?
What's up, brother from another mother?
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Deb.
So, the
Does that
question
make me
I
a
get
sister from another mother?
yes, sister from another mister.
Mister. Yeah.
Could be.
So the question I get a lot of times when I talk about you is, Boss, your real last name?
It sure is.
Ooh.
That's a pretty badass last name.
Yeah, my wife couldn't wait to change her name to Boss.
Oh, that's funny. So she's boss number 1 and you're boss number 2?
Yeah, I got demoted.
So Tony's got an interesting story, and that's why we want to have him on, because we want to talk about a lot of things. But tell us what your current occupation is, and then we'll back up, because it's so funny and so different than where you started in life.
Well, currently I own my own business. I am a commercial door and hardware expert, and it's a family business. I'm third generation door guy. I tried really hard not to be a door guy, but it just happened that way.
Do you come out to California and fix doors?
Not yet.
We could use some of those.
All right, so you're in commercial doors right now, but now we'll back up. What'd you go to college for?
I went to college I have a recording arts degree from Full Sail University.
My son went to Expressions in Emeryville, and I think they're owned by Full Sail, and he's got his sound engineer degree too.
Cool.
So was your plan to be a musician, work with musicians, work for musicians?
Really, I just thought one would take. I'd either end up being a singer in a badass rock band, or I'd be a studio engineer or a live engineer or something.
And you could sing, and so you were in bands, but you also knew the back end, so you were versatile.
Yeah. I tried to learn every, aspect of it, and it just makes you better. If I'm a singer and I know the studio tips and tricks, then, I'm going to be a better singer when I get in the studio to record. So it just made sense.
Chris Brown wants you to sing us a song.
How about some Prince? Can you sing some Prince?
Ooh, I don't have my G string on, so sorry.
In your raincoat. So when you were in bands, did any of them ever go anywhere? Did you get famous? Did you have a song on the radio? Anything happen like that for you?
No, we got some momentum, but there's always the guitarist that won't play a song because it's not hard enough. So
do you play guitar?
I play a little bit, but I'm a singer.
You're the singer. You're the front man.
But that's going to kind of tie into what we're going to talk about in a bit, running a Facebook group. When you're in a band, you've got all these personalities. The guitarist doesn't want to play this song, and you're like, this is our best song. And so you got to kind of learn. And then you worked in the studios. And so I got to imagine you got to have this special touch when you're working with musicians.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that they're happy, that they're not throwing a tantrum, they sound good.
Oh, in the studio. Oh, yeah. You got to get them fruit bowls. You got to get them a whole bowl full of green M&Ms.
I was just going to say the green M&Ms, because I've worked backstage for some local events, and it's like, are you kidding me? You only want the green ones?
Well, you got to fulfill their rider, or they don't have to play.
Exactly. And they want a particular drum set. And yeah, I know all about it. They can
get half their money without playing if you don't give them their 3-foot-long hoagies and their fruit bowl, and
My job one day was I took the wives around, and they wanted to go to In-N-Out. They went crazy when they saw In-N-Out and Jamba Juice. So I took them. There were 3 of them, and they had a couple of kids, and I had my minivan, and it was fun. But yeah, we have to baby them.
I used to love it when I went to LA to go, and I went to In-N-Out, man.
God, I just do not find In-N-Out all that good.
Bill doesn't like it either.
And all my friends from the east side of the country are like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
We have one right here in Vacaville.
Well, we have McDonald's, so,
All right. So, Debbie, what was your first full album you remember buying?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, the one I keep seeing the most in my mind is my Deep Purple Burn album. That was always at the front of my pile.
And what medium was that on? So was it a record?
LP?
LP?
Yeah, it was LP.
All right, so Tony, what was the first full album you remember buying?
Oh God, you're gonna make fun of me. It was Phil Collins.
Ooh.
What is it called? Oh,
No Face Value?
no, before that. Crap. Hello, I must be going. Or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
was a huge
what
Genesis
medium
fan.
was that on?
It was a cassette tape.
So mine was Kiss Double Platinum on 8-track.
8-track.
And I had a little portable 8-track that had a mono speaker. And I remember the fade was right in at the song Firehouse. At the and then it fades out and clicks the track and fire.
My cousin had an El Camino with the 8-track, and all I would ever listen to was War, Ma. That song, Ma, over and over. I love that song.
And I love that everyone is saying in the chat. So those of you who haven't said it yet, someone's first purchase was LFO's self-titled CD. And I'm such a nerd, and you should know this too, Tony. Do you know what LFO stands for?
Light Funky Ones. I actually know those guys. I work with those guys.
Light Funky Ones, and it was LYTE. See, that's how much of a nerd I am for music too. I know.
I went on tour with Briz. His name was Brian. He was in the group, and he ended up being our tour manager when I was on tour with a band called Smiles and Southstar. So yeah, I know those Light Funky Ones. They're all from Boston.
Well, I had a Carole King album. LP.
It's so great. Linda's first was Donny Osmond on vinyl, so I love that. All right, so
I had Iron Butterfly. That's probably the first one I ever bought in the Garden of Vida. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so were you a music lover and nerd your whole life, Tony?
I always have been. You know, my parents gave me their records when I was just a little kid, and I always loved it. I always wanted to be a front man. I always wanted to be a singer. I haven't given up that dream.
You should write a song about your eBay group and sing it.
So are you singing somewhere? I mean, are you doing something?
I'm not really doing anything. Every now and then I'll go into the studio with some people and do some vocal coaching, help them warm up and tell them when they're flat, stuff like that. Tell them how to do proper breathing techniques and such.
Do you still live close to Full Sail?
I do.
So you can go in and use the studio, right? Because you're an alumni?
I could.
Yeah.
I guess.
Nice.
All right. So you and you told me you were on tour, and I said, who'd you go tour with? And you were on tour with my hometown boys, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Ohio, baby.
Hell yeah. So you went on tours and then boom, you end up selling commercial doors.
Yeah, it just happened. It kind of all happened at the same time. The guy that I worked for was Lou Pearlman, the Transcontinental.
Holy shit, you work for Lou Pearlman?
I didn't even know that name. Why? Who is he?
Yeah.
He's the one that stole everyone's money, went to jail, and then died.
So now you understand
how
the cookie crumbled.
Oh, yeah.
When he went to jail, my job.
Oh, at least you weren't in the cell next to him.
Thank God. So when he went to jail,
together in Sync and O-Town and I think Backstreet Boys and
I worked with O-Town. I was on that show. I'm pretty
sure.
You?
Oh my God, I've seen you. We watched that show. My wife and I, we love that show.
Oh yeah, I still talk to those guys.
So is there a YouTube of that? You can go back and find old shows. I wonder if we can find that show.
That is awesome.
I wouldn't put myself through it.
So, Jason, do you know how Tony started selling on eBay?
Now, let's find out because, you go from being a musician, working musicians in the commercial doors, but then you become this eBay seller. How'd that happen?
So I've always been kind of a hustler. I've always been able to make some money doing whatever. I started with gumballs in 5th grade selling,
I love it.
three gumballs for 50 cents. You know, I paid 3 cents, and that would pay for my baseball card habit. But what happened was how I got into eBay is, you know, record collectors, they buy records and eventually you get doubles and triples of the same record. And so I had a bunch. Get out of here. Get out of here.
But we want to see. Who is it?
All right, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Is it a kid?
You don't have any clothes.
Oh,
Come here.
never mind. This isn't the nighttime. Oh, hi.
All right, now go to bed. All right, sorry. So I take my records up to the record store. You know, I'm thinking, you know, I get at least half price for these suckers. You know, I paid, you know, $10 a piece, $8, $9, $10 a piece. I take them in there and they want to give me like 50 cents,
Whoa.
$1. So I walk out with all my records and I'm like, what the hell? I bought all these records here and they don't want to give me anything for them. So I'm in the parking lot and this guy who I had met before, but I didn't really recognize the guy. He pulls me aside and he's like, man, you could sell those on eBay for full price, if not more than what they're selling them for here. And so I started selling vinyl, and I only sold vinyl for years. And eventually the student surpassed the master, and I started selling other stuff.
Good job.
And that's how I started selling on eBay.
That's
So just
awesome.
a chance meeting. That's just, you know.
Yeah. I thank him all the time. I still talk to the guy. His name's Robbie Vinyl.
Hey, Robbie Vinyl.
That's
a badass last name.
Is that real? Is that his real last name?
No.
Okay.
I'm kind of an idiot, and that's just how I remember people.
Oh, you made it up. So did you know about eBay before that chance encounter?
I did, but I didn't even think about selling it on anything
okay.
on there. So I looked on it, and it was pretty easy to list stuff. And
So you would start with the hard. I'm scared to ship albums. I mean, Jason teaches us the LPs, but I'm afraid. But you start right out with shipping those.
So easy. I mean, once you know them, they're easy though. Like,
yeah,
my assistant, it's already second nature. My assistant, she's only been my assistant for 5 or 6 weeks, 7 weeks. But you know, once you get it down, it's easy. It's just like anything else. I wrap Tiki mugs the same way, records the same way, cassettes the same way.
Yep, I just wrap them in bubble wrap, like 4 or 5 times, and fill up every inch of the box, and you're golden. If you got a real expensive record, sometimes I'll put like cruddy records in there just to stiffen up the box. You know, it's like added insurance, kind of.
That's a good idea.
All right, so Linda wants to know, what year did you start selling?
Was it 91?
Well, I can tell you.
2001.
It wasn't 2011.
That's it. 2011.
All suddenly, Tony's selling on eBay before it even exists. I'm like, wait, what happened here?
You forget I went on tour with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
True. That's all you gotta say. So you've been out for about 7 years, and do you sell other things besides music?
Yeah. Well, my group is called the Complete Reseller, and I wouldn't be a good leader of a group if I didn't sell everything. You know, I try to learn all kinds of stuff. I like to sell belts. I like to sell T-shirts. I like to sell blue jeans, electronics, anything, you know. But, you know, I have my core niches, which is cassette tapes, vinyl, a few CDs.
Yeah, because you know that. So, and what other sites do you sell on? What other venues?
I really like Mercari. That's a good one. Discogs is pretty cool. I mean, it's free. OfferUp, Marketplace.
So here's speaking of Facebook
Amazon
groups, here's Tony's.
Hey, I know that one. Do you like my logo, man? I just had that done.
I'll say, is that brand new? Because I remember seeing that like 2 days ago.
That's brand new.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Cubs, the Chicago Cubs. I love the colors.
So look, you know, I only recommend other Facebook groups that I feel are good and really portray the facts and not innuendo, and the sky is falling. And so Tony's group is one of those. So if you've not joined the Complete Reseller yet, hop on over there.
And he
Thank you
does
so
fun
much.
things. He does fun little things. I mean, he just gave something away. You just had a little contest, number 55 won.
Yeah, we're
Right?
doing a promoted seller. So we'll have we pick a seller, or I had a little drawing, and we'll promote that seller all week long to the group, and we'll ask our members to go and buy something if they want
That's
something,
fun.
if they have anything worth buying.
So how long have you been running a Facebook group, Tony?
Just a little over a year. December 26th. Not this last year, but the year before that. So
And
just a little over a year.
Are you shocked at some of the things you have to deal with?
Oh my God, the drama.
You know, here's what blows my mind. I was thinking about, because I knew we were going to talk about this a little bit. You know, Tony, if I come to your house, you're going to have some rules, like take off your shoes at the door, don't put your feet on the furniture. If you poop, flush, and give a courtesy flush, whatever.
Oh, gosh.
You got rules. And if someone doesn't follow the rules at your house, you're probably going to ask them to leave. Well, it's, you know, my house is a thrifting board. Your house is a complete reseller. We have rules. The rules are pinned to the top. They're super easy to read. They're not that many. And people get mad when they break the rules. And then I tell them, please don't break the rules, or I can't have you in their group. And they get mad. It's crazy that people in someone else's house can't follow the rules. Isn't that nuts?
It's unbelievable. I mean, the rules are not that bad. They're not, you know, iron-handed. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're very simple. Just be nice. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I do love it, because there's so much less morons and drama than there is when you watch the successes of the people that you're helping.
Yeah.
That's the reward for me.
Yeah, I got one today, and somebody was just, you know, really happy that they joined the group, and they turned it around, and all the success that they've been having just from joining the group, and the help of my admins. It was really cool to get some feedback. I'd rather hear that than hear the whining. That's
yeah. I mean, it's I get so many messages every day, and thank you for helping me with this, and oh my God, I sold this. And you know, Craig, who is we talked about, we're gonna go watch his show after this show. He found a Tiki piece that he said, hey, should I get this? And I said, oh, absolutely. And I gave him kind of the rundown. Ended up paying $30 Canadian for it. And we thought it was around a $500 piece. Oddly enough, that exact same piece sold last night for $1,000.
No way.
So I love that the dumb knowledge that's in my head turns into knowledge that helps people who don't give a shit about Tiki, but make money. And then so you and I both do that with our music knowledge, because let's look some of your scores here. Nirvana cassette, $47.
What?
Just today, baby.
Oh my gosh.
How you like them apples?
Love it.
Awesome.
And you had a 5% off sale, so someone snagged that up.
Yeah, and I bought it for $10.
What? Snoop Dogg cassette, $75.
Snoop Dogg.
I love it when Jason's shocked. Jason is floored right now. He never gets floored.
But look at this. Look what's on my desk. What?
Oh yeah.
I want one.
And mine's got G's up, hose down, which yours didn't have. So
yeah,
mine's even rarer.
Well, his is brand new. Is yours brand new?
No, mine's not brand new, but mine's got a song that ended up getting removed.
Yeah.
Yep. And I learned that from you.
That's cool.
I searched the world to find these brand new cassette tapes, because in many ways, I could have the last one on Earth that's still sealed. So if I have the last one on Earth or the last one online that's still sealed, I own the market. I can charge whatever I want, and you will pay me if you want it.
Yep.
That's right. Especially when it's late at night and they've been smoking or toking or drinking.
And you just sold a Clash for $34 on cassette. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I would say this is one of my first vinyl records too. I mean, I was 11 at the time. I'd been buying stuff, but I do remember purchasing Combat Rock, and man, what a great album. I play that till it warped.
Yeah, these guys were totally revolutionary, man.
So sad. I mean, I wish they were still around.
Yep. Now we have Big Audio Dynamite. Oh yeah, look at that. Man Killers. I never heard of this.
No, I've never heard of it.
CDs you've never heard of. Those are the ones to look for. This one right here was like some Indian, not like Indian overseas, but like American Native Indian. You know, I don't care. I scanned it and I was like, 99 cents. Throw it in the cart, baby.
Wow.
$33. I love it.
That's better than the casinos.
And I learned that from you, buddy.
Oh, thanks.
If you've never heard of it, scan it.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah. All right, so what are these techno records?
Okay, normally I say hecka no to techno, but I will sure sell them to you. So a lot of people will pass up this kind of stuff. And what I do is when I buy a ton of dance records, I'll go through Discogs and I'll look each one of them up and I'll look up genre and I have a little milk crate and I got the little dividers and I have one for techno, break beats, all the different kinds of dance music. And when I get 8 or 9 records, I'll fill a box. I call them box filler lots. And I turned something that, people would pass by into $40.
Nice.
I paid 15 cents a piece for those.
Damn. And then one last new cassette, Rob Zombie, $56. This is a great CD.
Though. If you look at the little one of the back of it, it's a BMG.
Oh wow, the Music Club.
It's not even the full version.
That's
so I'm thinking this was a buy from like someone's wife bought this for their man or something, or vice versa. Because they're gonna get it in the mail and they're gonna be like, "You bought me the BMG version for how much?"
And I'm actually a little shocked the BMG version was parental advisory. I usually thought they sold the clean ones. But not everything's a winner. How are these country Christmas cassettes doing?
Is this me?
Yeah.
This is not mine.
Oh, it's not you?
That's not me.
Oh, we must have got that wrong.
Yeah, I clicked the link. Is this you? Yeah.
That's me.
Right.
Okay.
We'll do your one dud then.
Oh God. You can't give this. That is a cool hat.
Yeah.
I couldn't give this thing away. $10. I had that thing up for over a year. It was spotless. And look how cool that bangle is. But I guess not so many Cincinnati Bengal fans.
It looks like you put it on auction to blow it out.
Oh yeah. Well, I try to use my auctions. Once I run out of my 1,000 listings, I'll use my auctions to get rid of stuff that qualify for the free auctions and blow stuff out.
Let me help you, Tony. You got Cincinnati spelled wrong.
Really?
Yep. It's 2 N's, 1 T.
Oh.
Actually, technically it's 3 N's, 1 T. So yeah, that could be your issue there, buddy.
Yeah. You might have something there.
I think I do.
Oh, I checked that too.
Hey, look, it's happened to the best of us. I do stuff and Debbie points it out or my wife Stacy points it out. I go back and look and I go, where?
we put up books and don't even put book in the title.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a second set of eyes.
All right, so you want to share? We're gonna end on your tip here. So you want to share a tip about Pandora? Okay,
you're not gonna believe this. Okay, Pandora.
Hit me, brother.
Hit me with this. So when you sell cassette tapes, some of them are not worthy, in my opinion, to sell individually. Now, Chris Brown of the power couple, Julie and Chris Brown, taught me this.
Downtown Julie Brown.
You got to look at her store. She's selling cassette tapes for stupid money. And what she's doing is if you go on Pandora, say you look up Def Leppard. Under Def Leppard, there's going to be 5 bands that if you like Def Leppard, you might like these other guys. And these are millions of people's statistics gathered up for you to make a lot with. So you put 5 or 6 of these together and you can sell I mean, check out Julie's store. It's ridiculous. I'm selling crud that I couldn't get rid of. I'm selling, White Snake and Cinderella. It's not bad stuff, but I'm selling 5 hair metal band cassette tapes for 35, $45.
Nice.
Those are $1, $2 cassette tapes. But if you put them together and it's like sweetening the pot, you got somebody who likes these 5 bands, the statistics are there. There's millions of people that have built these statistics up on Pandora, and they sell. So you don't just randomly put genre together. You go in there and you look on Pandora and it says under Def Leppard, you might like Cinderella, you might like Poison, you might like Bon Jovi.
And they'll definitely, we know all that stuff, but Debbie won't, my mom won't. So that is a great tool to realize when you're looking at a collection, hey, this goes with this.
Yep.
All right, this is sitting on my desk, so I'm going to put you on the spot right at the end of the show here.
Oh, God.
Do you know who this is?
Hold on. Let me
take it out of the case so it's not so shiny. There we go. Much better.
The Family. Oh, yeah. I sold that record.
All right, let's see if the chat knows real quick. We'll end on a little bonus tip. So before Tony says it, Debbie, I know you don't know. So anyone in the chat know The Family? There's a very important reason why you should keep your eyes peeled for this release.
I have an idea, but I'm
let's hear your idea. I don't care. Go ahead.
Is it Prince?
Well, kinda.
Oh, I'm learning.
Kinda.
Is it like a Breakfast Club song on there or something?
Nope. Oh, you don't even know what song's in here, do you?
No, I don't have time to listen to everything.
Right, but here's the reason why you want to know this. This is the first place that Nothing Compares to You was. So Prince wrote that song for this band. And so this was on Paisley Park. Is that upside down? There it is. Paisley Park. And produced by David Z and the Family. And so this is one of Prince's. When you go to Minneapolis and go to Prince's house, the big picture of the family on the wall, and this was where Nothing Compares to You was the first time it showed up on a record or album, I should say.
Oh,
so there you go. Bonus tips at the end of the show. How's that?
Yeah, you have to stay till the end. I have one more question for you, Tony. Are you going to eBay Open?
I am not, but my brigade will be there. Chris Brown will be there. Michael Shane Freed will be there. Becky Dick will be there.
Good.
Alexander will not be there, and I will not be there, unfortunately.
We'll have to FaceTime with you.
I think next year will be my year.
Yes.
But I will have some buttons out there that you guys are gonna have.
Nice.
Whoa.
All right, one last plug for your group. Tell them about your group.
TCR is a group that covers every type of product that you can think of from A to Z. We want to make you dangerous in any part of a thrift store or wherever you might find yourself sourcing. We encourage you to expand outside of your chosen niche to become the complete reseller.
Love it. I want to be dangerous.
Yeah, baby. We like to give you the gift of empowerment through reselling. So come on over and join us at the Complete Reseller.
Nice. I love it. So hopefully after this, you'll see your membership increase.
Oh, heck yeah. Everyone head over there. And,
Tony, do you do any YouTubes or anything on your own?
I have one YouTube video I did. It has to do with my group. There's more to come.
Okay, good.
I'm getting my sea legs. I'm learning from the big guy.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. So I want to first, real quick, I want to thank Tony for being on, and go check him out, The Complete Reseller. Thank you, Tony. And Tony and I always talk and nerd out about music stuff. And Debbie, thank you for being the co-host and the producer.
You're welcome.
And last but not least, let's all head over to the end of Craig's Mac Sold auction. So he's live right now on YouTube watching his auctions get bids. And so we're going to head over there. I popped the link in the chat. I'll pop it in again, and we'll go over there. And then Sunday night, if you're thinking about doing one of these auctions, if you've got one in your area, Craig will answer any question you got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a post in the thrifting board to answer the questions ask the questions ahead of time so we can get a bunch of going, but he'll answer them live too on Sunday night. So let's all say goodnight on Thrifty Business and head over to Two Dogs Digs and watch their auctions end. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, cool.
Great show, Tony. Thank you.